What do you think you're doing?
Oh, just checking my patient's charts before I leave.
Well, until you recuperate, they're Chris's patients, so put those down and get in the chair.
Oh, I don't need a wheelchair.
You're still a patient. It's hospital policy.
I'm fine.
You just had surgery.
Minor surgery.
From which you still need to recover, so you'll be strong enough for your final procedure next week.
If I get any more rest, I'm gonna scream.
If you don't get in the chair right now, you will scream because I'll break both your legs and they'll have to wheel you out.
Okay. But I'm warning you. Surgery or no, when we get home, if you put on those sexy pajama bottoms that I got you, well, I won't be held accountable for my actions.
Huh. Promises, promises.
Why is there a picture of my mother in his apartment?
Are you sure? This doesn't look anything like Gail.
Gail's not my mother. When my father died, my mother married Lee. When my mother died, Lee married Gail. But why is this picture in Bordizzo's apartment?
Scott, that's a fascinating question, but our time here is limited. We broke in here to look for clues about Lucy.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, check his desk. I'll look around here.
Right. Uh-oh. Drawer's locked.
Can you pick it?
Blindfolded. Bingo, bingo.
What do you got?
I think we've got personal files. We've got one with your name on it. Really awful picture.
What about Meg Bentley?
Who's that?
That's my mother.
There's nothing here with that name. Here's one with Lucy's name.
Look at this. There's pictures of Lucy. There's loose clippings. There's this reports here. What the hell is Bordizzo up to?
Can I mix you a cocktail?
No, thank you. I would really prefer orange juice. It's healthier. Did you hear what I just said? I said I would prefer orange juice. I know what I like. Maybe my memory's coming back.
I think maybe someone else's memory is returning to you because, Evie, the last thing you are is a health nut.
Oh. Well, Pooh, you know, I thought maybe I was beginning to get somewhere. So, please, do tell me, where are we going? Not that I'd remember if you told me, but please do.
Well, we're going to my cabin on Lake Rains. It's one of your favorite spots.
My favorite spots. Lake Rains. I don't remember, and I can't even picture a cabin.
Well, maybe when you see it, you will. We've spent many wonderful days and nights there.
What if I don't remember?
Then we'll make new memories.
I just wish you hadn't made me leave my car at the hospital. I can drive myself, you know.
That's because you're not supposed to drive, you're supposed to rest.
I don't want to rest. I don't like to rest. I don't even think I know how to rest.
You know, the thoughts occurred to me, so I made a few minor changes in the lighthouse. Just consider this your first class in relaxation 101.
Oh. Oh, Kevin. It's beautiful.
You'll see I've gathered a few of your favorite things. Your fuzzy little slippers, your very comfortable PJs, and even your favorite bathrobe.
Hey, guys. Missed ya.
Oh, and if viewing is your pleasure, I've got some great old movies. It Happened One Night, Adam's rib, oh, my favorite. Roman holiday.
What about Night of the Living Dead?
Oh, it's here. It's just on the bottom of a pile somewhere.
You do know me.
And if you'd rather read than watch, I've got the high road and the low road.
What's the high road?
Dostoevsky, Brothers Karamazov.
What's the low road?
Comic books.
Archie?
Of course, my little lamb's letters.
Oh, gosh. Look at you, really went all out.
Well, you're... You can learn to goof off with the best of us.
I'll give it my best shot. Kiss for luck?
Where did he get all this information? What are you doing?
Right now, I'm wishing I had a whole lot more film for this camera that's in my watch. Scott, when you were hospital counsel, did you actually siphon off funds from the Tanya Jones daycare center?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, what about that stuff in Lucy's file about her seducing Alan Quartermain to hide that dead gangster's body? Was that a long time ago, too?
Well, we used to do some crazy stuff, but why does Bordiso care? It goes beyond a basic background check on a competitor.
I agree. Whoever put this file together had to work months, if not years. He started it long before Lucy even thought of going into the dressmaking business.
He's known how to ruin the Serena line. It's much, much deeper than that.
You think it has something to do with her disappearance?
Well, yes, absolutely. I didn't believe for one second that Bordiso met a bag lady named Eve that he didn't know it was Lucy. He knows where she is, or he's got her. The question is, what does he plan to do with her?
Look at the moon. It's beautiful.
I wish I could. I am so sleepy, I can hardly keep my eyes open.
How's your head?
It's doing a lot better, thanks. It's just, I feel like I have been up for one entire week.
Well, why don't you just close your eyes and rest, and I'll wake you up when we get to the cabin.
That sounds wonderful.
If you want, you can put your head on my shoulder.
No, I wouldn't want to make you uncomfortable.
You've done it 100 times before. But if it makes you uncomfortable, I'll take off my jacket and you can use that as a pillow.
No. I mean, I'm okay. I'm fine. As hard as this is on me, this must be just as difficult on you because you were expecting this woman to come from Paris and move in and live with you, and here I am treating you like a complete stranger.
I'm not worried about us, Evie. It's only a question of time.
So many talents.
Oh, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, what do you want on your burger? Lettuce, tomatoes, an extra pile of onion?
I'll fix it.
You know, you just haven't quite got the hang of this relaxation thing.
Hey,
have you?
relaxing doesn't mean I can't do anything for myself.
Okay, fine. I won't lift a finger. While you're at it, fix me one, too. I like lettuce, tomato, and extra steak sauce. Ooh, Archie's pal. I love this guy. Did you really have a website? Let's see, chapter 1. I heard that.
I'm just a little sore. No big deal.
This is nonsense. Just sit down and don't give me an argument or it's no double fudge. Spoil you or
Oh, no,
anything.
no, no, no. Please spoil me. Please spoil me. I love double fudge chunk. We go way back, you know.
So,
Yes. I still remember the first time I had it. I was 11 years old, and I'd just gotten my tonsils out.
don't tell me your throat was so sore that your mother let you eat all the ice cream you wanted.
Hardly. Not only did she leave me to take off with one of her boyfriends, but she also told me I had to babysit my sister.
So what happened?
I tried. I really, really tried. But I felt so miserable, I fell asleep. The next thing I know, there's Shelley standing in front of me with this halfway melted double fudge brownie chunk ice cream cone. Oh, I felt so crummy.
Why so crummy?
Well, she was only 7. And she walked to the store all by herself. Anything could have happened to her. So here she was trying to pamper me because I was sick. And all I really felt was a major guilt trip.
Then it's a good thing you're in the hands of a skilled psychiatrist. And the therapy I'd suggest is to sit back, relax, put your feet up,
Okay.
wiggle your toes, hands strategically placed behind your head.
I don't believe this. You took that picture from Bordizzo's apartment?
That's right.
You don't know, do you? You have no idea how dangerous this is. Do you have any idea what he could do once he notices that's
Oh,
missing?
what's he gonna do? Call the cops? I'd like to hear what his explanation is to why my mother's picture's in his apartment.
Would you now? Well, I'd like to hear what your explanation is about how his property gets to be in our possession.
Look, it's my mother's picture. I wanted it, and he's guilty as sin.
All right, okay. What's done is done. We're certainly not going to break in there again just to put it back.
No, we're not. I'll tell you what we are gonna do. I'm gonna call Lee, and I'm gonna find out what the connection between my mother and Bordizzo is, and maybe it'll shed some light on where the hell Lucy is.
I'll go check that website we set up. See if there's any sightings.
Hello.
Yeah, Lee, it's me.
Scott, have you found Lucy?
No, not yet.
What's going on?
Well, Victor and I found a homeless lady who said that she had taken Lucy to see Bordizzo.
Why would Lucy go to him?
Well, she was, you know, knocked on the head. She doesn't know who she is, so I guess maybe she had a piece of paper with his name on it and figured that she'd go there and see if he could help her.
Well, have you spoken to Bordizzo?
Well, yeah, he said he didn't recognize her as Lucy and then sent her on her way.
Well, that sounds very unlikely.
That's why we went over and broke into his apartment.
Scott, you are on probation. If you're caught breaking and entering,
We didn't get caught.
but to take a risk like that,
Listen, while I was there, I found in his apartment a framed picture of my mother.
what's Bordizzo doing with a picture of Meg?
Well, that's why I'm calling. Can you think of any connections they might have?
I don't ever remember hearing the name Bordizzo until you and Lucy got involved with him. I don't believe your mother ever mentioned him.
What about any connection with my father?
Well, neither your mother nor your father had anything to do with the fashion world that I know of.
Well, when Bordizzo was younger, he was a photographer. And he was in Algeria covering the French War in the 50s or 60s.
Well, none of that sounds familiar to me, Scott.
Well, if you think of anything, just call me, day or night, all right? Because I know Bordizzo has got Lucy, and the more I look into this guy, the more twisted I find out that he is.
I'm so sorry.
Well,
You know, I really did. I slept like a rock. You know, you make a great pillow.
you know, looking at you just now reminds me of another night like this, oh, so many years ago. We'd seen Les Mis. And we'd been modeling all day and were exhausted. But it was such a beautiful, warm spring night that you insisted that we take a carriage ride through Central Park. And halfway through, you fell asleep with your head on my shoulder.
That was very rude.
Not at all. I was content to simply. I said those same words. You make a great pillow. And then we kissed for the first time.
That is very, very romantic.
It was.
Oh, are we here?
This is it. Why don't you wait in the car and I'll make sure that it come in.
Okay.
You know, I love double brownie fudge chunk ice cream. But more important, I love you.
Good, because we'll be doing it all over again tomorrow.
Shower.
Oh.
You don't want me to disappoint Victor's bride, do you?
No, I don't. But just so you know. Well,
Asked about me?
of course he did. The both of us. You know?
Wow. How sweet. You know, I am really going to miss him when he moves in with Mary.
Not half as much as I am when he moves out. You know, it's funny. When he first came here, I didn't think I'd make it through half the week with
Define the word eccentric. You and Dad have become so close.
You know, when I was younger, he spent so much time away or was having. We never had much of a chance to bond, but in the last few years, we've more than made up for that. And he never ceases to amaze me with his zest for life and spontaneity. I just hope that if I ever have kids, I can forge the kind of relationship with them that
I know you will. I still don't know that you are going to make one hell of a daddy.
Much love. Kisses. Here's hoping we rake in the gifts tomorrow. Any word from the police?
No, just a bunch of people trying to get the money. Did you call Bordizzo?
Mail picks up at the apartment. His secretary at the office will say only that he's out of town.
This take worse the odds for Lucy. Hello.
Scott, after we hung up, I got to thinking about your father.
What about my father?
Well, Lloyd Bentley got a job with the State Department after he finished college, and I seem to remember you was
Well, Algeria is a part of Africa.
If David Bordiso had been a war photographer over there at the time, their paths might have crossed.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Listen, if you think of anything else, give me a call, all right? Bye.
Who was that?
It was Lee. He said that my father could have met Bordiso in Algeria.
Where?
Algeria. But the time this picture was taken. So what's the connection? And how is this going to lead us to Lucy?
Yeah, there. That ought to get things nice and toasty.
I love this cabin. It's absolutely adorable.
But you don't remember it.
Okay, it's not bad. We just got here, so, you know, give it time. Who knows? Some little something somewhere may just trigger my memory, I hope. Should I be jealous?
I found you and have no intention of ever letting you go.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America, Live Longer, the series continues. How you can stop the ticking of your biological clock. Plus, to Skinny on children and weight problems. What's a parent to do? That's tomorrow. Part of the Go Network.